That's how we solve them.
Green.
My Lords.
My Lords, following on from the evidence presented by the Right Reverend Prelate, I received a message this morning for a medical aid for Palestinians worker in Gaza, who I'm not going to name for safety reasons. She said, this work is not about humanitarian aid anymore. It's about where to get wood for fire in order to cook. It's about water queues, bread queues, and how long is the walk in search of water or bread. Our work and advocacy is centred on dignity for Palestinians, and there is no dignity. Would the Noble Lord the Minister agree with me, with many members of Your Lordship's House have spoken about the aid workers, many different groups who are struggling so hard to survive themselves and support people in Gaza, that they cannot do humanitarian work unless there is a ceasefire, as was called for last night in a vote in the Senate?
My Lord, I agree with the Noble Lady about the phenomenal role that aid workers, agencies are playing on the ground, doctors are playing. I know there are some doctors who are still serving who are British doctors in the hospital, and I pay tribute. I mean, under such intense pressures. And there's doctors lining up to go into Gaza to provide support. What is very, very clear is, I agree with the Noble Lady also, that we need to take stock that the human tragedy which is unfolding in Gaza is for all of us, not just to contemplate but also act upon, and that's why the nature of the cessation that is required needs to ensure that that support can get in, but it must be done in a safe and secure manner. There's no point if we look to, for example, as we're discussing with other partners, field facilities, including field hospitals within Gaza, that they must be done satisfying the issues of security, of course, for Israel, but also that for those working in there, the access routes, the supply routes are also equally secured, and that's some of the key priorities we're currently working on.
My Lords.